Hello and welcome back. I'm your media hitman, Jonathan Narvi, founder of Mind Meld PR. Once again, we have Natalie Cook with us, fellow PR pro. Welcome back, Natalie. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Okay, we are here to talk about how to deal with adversarial interviews with journalists who may not have your best interests at heart. Um, and Actually, to be fair, reporters should be at least somewhat adversarial in any interview. They're there to get the story. If they appear to be too friendly, maybe they're not gonna do their job. Really dig deep. So this right now we're in election season, locally, regionally, nationally, internationally. There's lots of elections going on. So there's a lot of adversarial interviews going on, which people are getting asked tough questions, and of course, outside of politics, CEOs often get difficult questions. Founders, things can go wrong in a business. Things can go sideways in an industry. So you got to be able to answer the tough questions or use certain PR techniques to bridge to the answers that you would like to give. And that's what we're going to be talking about for a few minutes. What do you think, Natalie? Which bridging technique did we want to start with?
Let's maybe start with, I think, the easiest one, which is sort of a delaying tactic. So
Mhm.
maybe you get a question and you have no idea what to say, and you want to give yourself one more second to think about it. You could start with something like, "That's a great question," and that gives your brain a little time just to sort of prepare for what you're going to say next.
100%. And this is not a delaying tactic to the point that you're actually trying to run out the clock. It's just sometimes you need that 2 seconds to think about really what you want to say. Maybe refocus on the talking points that maybe you were preparing prior to the interview. So that's very useful. Another bridging technique, if a reporter asks you a difficult question that, mm, let's say they cite a statistic or a mathematical figure or a fact that this is the first time you're hearing about it, and they want to know your response to it. This is the first time you've heard about it, though, is in the interview. So what do you do?
I mean, maybe if it's something statistical, you could say, "I don't have the numbers in front of me." And then I would lead into something you can offer them. So, but what I do know is, and then include something that would interest them and make them feel satisfied with your information. But I would always give them a little something. Don't just say, "I don't know," and then leave it there.
Wonderful. Okay. And I'll give one more tip for people who are maybe preparing for an upcoming interview, perhaps an adversarial interview. Kind of ties into what's about to happen with this video. Is don't go on too long. Uh, Eventually, like once you've made your point, you're done.
Yeah.
You don't need to keep going, and you can count on the reporter to ask a follow-up question because that's their job. And that's yeah, there's a lot of bridging techniques you can use for adversarial interviews, but I think the main thing is, get your points out, and when you're done, you're done. And I'd say we're done.